White collar and tech workers, you need to wake up. First, it was Block. Then it was rumored Meta. And now it's Oracle. We are talking 10, 15, 20, in Block's case, 40% layoffs. It is time to seriously consider building a plan B. We've talked to Bo Eckstein, the concierge to small business lending, for almost 4 years now, whether it was vending or Mr. Sparky or any of these other options for you. It is time to get serious. Bo, I know you heard something from JP Morgan. What's going on there?
Yeah, so JP Morgan Chase just announced it plans to deploy 80 billion into US small businesses over the next decade, while also hiring 1,000 additional bankers to support the effort. So expansion of the American Dream Initiative, increased access to entrepreneur training, advisory services, career development programs, a focus on wealth creation, affordable housing, access to capital.
Yeah. The other thing I want to bring up, I was actually with Ryan Pineda yesterday doing a show, and he brought up something that Claude basically highlights where all the layoffs are going to come from over here. And all of those are like business and finance, management, architecture, legal, healthcare, or health practitioners. And basically saying, folks, if you're in one of these industries, plan B. If you're a new college grad or you're spending $100,000 getting an education in one of these places, plan B. It's don't mess around. If you look where AI really can't, or better yet, where you could deploy AI and grow your footprint, grow your business, it might be in a franchise. It might be in buying a mom and pop business. And it's don't be lazy. Don't put your head in the sand.
Yeah, if you think of the old days when dad would go to work and mom would be home with the kids, that's non-existent, right? Now you have both parents working, 2 jobs, barely have time for the kids, and they're just making ends meet. So, I mean, I think that's why we're here, right? We're here because we're passionate about living a better life. That's why people are on, follow the show. They're all trying to get ahead. They're all trying to get one rental at a time. They're all trying to buy a business. They're all trying to move the needle in the right direction. I think that ultimately, don't wait to get laid off. Create your plan today and build something today, because tomorrow is going to be too late.
No, as some of the worst days I had as an executive were sitting in a conference room. I still remember the last time I did it in the boardroom, big old table, probably 20, 25 people. I'm the only one in there with my laptop deciding, I think it was 12 people I had to let go. And I knew all of them. They were all friends. And, that's coming. I mean, I couldn't believe the news on Oracle last weekend, somewhere between, 15 and 20,000. Then you had Meta rumored at 20%. You had Block at 40%. This is coming. And, I don't think, even if you survive, you're going to be working harder for less, it seems like. And, the other thing I think you need to understand about tech companies is this is just going to be rounds of this. If AI goes the way that people are talking about, it'll be 10% a year for the next 3 or 4 years as they roll out more AI agents. And that's got to be a stressful environment. It's got to be concerning. And the best time to get ready is when you have a job. I mean, that's the real crux of this. And that's why I'm calling it a plan B. Whether you do the whole vending as a trial or you buy something and look to hire an operator, it's time to deploy plan B, my friend.
Well, I love everyday wealth builders. I think that's the real key. Every day you should be working on your goals, working on becoming wealthier, whether that's you're deploying a vending machine into a new location, you're starting a business from scratch, you're looking at purchasing a business, you're buying a duplex, you're making moves. The more moves you make, the better you're going to be. Because when you don't have to worry about financial stress, your life's a lot easier. That's the biggest stress.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the day that I had to leave. I left my job in 18, and, that day could have wrecked me, right? If I didn't have, enough FU money to do whatever I wanted. The reality is most people don't. Most people don't have a drop of that. So it's time to build that off-ramp, that brand, for some of you, it might be a brand. Maybe you have a passion or something for trading cars or classic cars or something. But folks, it's never been easier to get create or start a side hustle, For many of you, the trades, I think the trades are the next millionaire. That's where, if I would not go to college today. I would go learn a trade, and then I would try to be the CEO of a conglomerate of, whether I'd probably try to dominate a county, but then I would be like the painter, the roofer. I'd try to be all of those under one umbrella. And that's it. It's no question. I would not go to college today with what's going on. It would be, let's get out there. Let's try to, cut my teeth. And instead of spending what I spent 5 years, because I went to junior college first, instead of spending 5 years and racking up debt, which I had for my last 2 years, and then debt for my MBA, I would just be working those 6 or 7 years. I mean, there's no question. I wouldn't go to college today.
And you probably could have actually, when you got out of the W-2 in 2018, I bet you if I was in your position, I would have probably been out in 2014. Being
Could
you,
have been.
right? Like
Yeah.
you probably stayed in a little bit longer than you really needed to.
Dude, I was having so much fun. Plus, what I didn't realize is my ego. It was all ego.
Yeah.
I love being the man. I had done something nobody else or very few people had done. I took 3 products from 0 to 100 million, and that's just a huge ego. It's all ego. Yeah.
Yeah, you still have it, right? Like you always keep your ego. Like if you want to be good at anything, you have to have a little bit of ego in a good way.
For sure.
Right? You always want to be good at whatever. You want to be the best at what you do, right? You want to be the best.
Amen.
Investor networking group. You want to be the place of truth. Like, so that drive hasn't changed with you,
question.
even though you retired, right? Like,
no, it's a little healthier now, because now it's about me and the people I care about, where before it was very
selfish. Yeah.
Selfish. That's the word. Yeah. It was and I didn't even recognize it. That's how disgusting it was. I didn't realize how all consuming it was. But now it's so much more fun now to give back. I gave a shout out to a guy named Brad this morning. He got a deal, and I give out these little cards, the black cards and gold cards if it's your first deal. And I get more fun out of recognizing, investors on the channel now. So shout out Brad. But yeah, dude, I'm having so much fun now.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. It's fun too, because you can just spend time looking at what's going on in the world. Right. And then you're like, wow, there's thousands and thousands of people that are getting displaced from jobs. So they're going to have to get retrained in something or build skills. I never want to have to be dependent on anything. Right. And that's what I think financial freedom really does. It's you're not dependent on a paycheck. So many people would be, if they don't get a paycheck in a week or two, they're can't pay their bills.
Right. How many people are financially destitute in a month?
I don't know. What do you think the percentage in the U.S. is? 40% or 50%?
Oh,
yeah,
the
all
US.
of the U.S. Probably 50% of people.
I would take the over. If you said 50 was the number, I'd take the over. It's probably closer to 60.
Let's do the research for our upcoming show. Because I always heard it was 60% of people in the United States, if emergency happen to have don't have $1,000 to come up with. When you really look at that, that's so staggering. I'm kind of in my own little bubble just because I've been self-employed for so long. And I mean, it's just sometimes I'm driving and I see a worker on the side of the street doing some labor stuff. And I stop and I go, I'm look, it's 110 degrees in Vegas and you're working outside, killing yourself. And it's usually not because they love, doing the hard labor. It's because that's what they're forced to do because they haven't built any other additional skills or haven't had the confidence to
or they're just not around. The big thing for me is they're not around other people doing other things. That's the key. The biggest thing I've realized doing this for 8 years now is get around other people that are doing what you want to do. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with the people you're stuck with. And if they're ditch diggers, they're ditch diggers. But if you just look around, you can find other people doing other things. So get around some new people.
That's so awesome you said that, because I was talking actually to an ORAC guy yesterday, and he's looking at some different franchise models, and he's got golden handcuffs. He's got a good job, really good job. He's really smart. He's got a really good 401k. And he's like, Bo, it's how do I find groups to get in? And I'm like, look, go on meetup.com, go on Eventbrite, go to real estate investor meetings, find entrepreneur meetings, do some stuff that you normally wouldn't do. I always want to get in random rooms, because I'll meet some random person that you would think I had nothing no commonalities. And then, but we hit it off. That's how I met one of my good friends in multifamily. He's like a 70-year-old Indian dude. And like, why am I friends with him? Because he's cool and he does cool stuff and he's interesting and I like him. So I think getting friends that are not like you is a really good thing. I'm actually having lunch with a software guy next week, and he's lives on the Strip, and like just random people. Go to lunch with random people that are interesting, because like this guy's got some money, and like he's like, hey, I'll do something with you. Like I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but maybe we'll. Who knows, right? Maybe I find a killer deal, and I get call them up. So you want friends that can write checks. You want friends that motivate you. You want friends that are aligned in not only, it's not just money, it's also, you got all the pillars. All the pillars is money, health, wealth, contribution. What do you actually do for the world that's positive? You could be the richest guy in Babylon, but on your deathbed, if nobody's coming to see you, you've probably done some wrong things.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with that, folks. Again, folks, it is very clear that we are in a layoff cycle. You can argue whether it's AI or just overhiring. I don't think it matters. A layoff is a layoff. Again, we've seen companies like Meta and Amazon just have layoff after layoff after layoff. It's time to at least seriously consider a plan B. If somebody wanted to reach out to you, I'll bring up your banner here in a minute, but how do they get started?
Yeah, believe it or not, I bought a URL.
Yep.
And it's called onerentalmeeting.com. One rental meeting. It's just go there and book a meeting and keep an open mind. And I might just tell you, hey, you're doing the right thing right now. You probably aren't ready to own a business. And that's all it takes. I talked to really interesting. One thing I will say, ORAC guys and gals are usually a step above of the majority of people, meaning they're pretty successful. They've got high paid jobs. They've got a rental portfolio. They're just ready to like, hey, I'm making 150 in my W-2 and I'm worth more. And I want to like go out and do it. And, so everybody's got capabilities. We just want to build the plan for you and give you the confidence. Some of it's just purely confidence. Like, agreed. I don't know how I could do it other than kick them in the butt and say, look, you can do this. Like you're ready. You're smart. You're ready. Just let's go.
Go to onerentalmeeting.com, folks. Bo will take care of you. He's a wonderful guy. I go to dinner with him all the time. Again, onerentalmeeting.com. Reach out, see what plan B may or may not make sense for you. Bo, have a great week.
Thank you, guys.